business or this business, we want the hands to be directly underneath the shoulders, the knees to be directly underneath the hips, and the hands should be slightly further apart than the knees. If the knees are going to be dropped directly underneath these two hip points, the hands will be slightly wider apart. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just roll through every vertebrae in the spine. So starting in our tabletop position, we're going to take a deep inhalation, tilting the pelvis downward as we look forward. And then we're going to exhale, tucking the chin into the chest, tilting the pelvis in the opposite direction. So just rolling through vertebrae by vertebrae. Stretching out all those muscles along the back. We're going to do 2 more of these bad boys. And then we'll come back to our tabletop position. So, what we're going to do next is prowling tiger. We're just going to strengthen up all the muscles along the back. So, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, taking the left leg back. We don't want any this. We want as if our foot is pressing back against the wall, so the toes are pointing down towards the ground. We don't want any of this or any of this. Straight out behind us. If we don't have a mirror, it may be hard to tell. You'll know. So, looking forward, we take a deep inhalation, right hand and left leg. Exhaling, the elbow to the knee, the chin to the chest as we squeeze all the air out. We'll drop the left knee down, the right hand out, and then we'll do the same on the left side. So, left hand out, right leg back. Deep inhalation. Exhale the elbow to the knee. Right to left. Stretching out on the diagonal. Exhale an elbow to the knee. Deep inhalation. We're going to do 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. And then the next time we come back, we're going to do right and left, and we're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Sorry, there's something funky happening with the camera that it just turns off after half an hour. So where we were was right hand, left leg. So holding for 3 breaths, looking forward. And then exhaling, elbow to knee, chin to chest, squeezing all the air out. I actually went on teaching a class without realizing that the camera wasn't recording, so I was just like teaching to nobody. So I better record what I taught. So same on the left and right, so holding for 3 breaths, counting our own breaths. We're all going to have different lung capacity, different breath. And the third exhalation, elbow to knee, chin to the chest, squeezing in. Dropping the hand, dropping the leg, coming back. So what I'm thinking now is, because each video runs in half an hour, that this tail end of the warm-up exercise can actually just go into the asana class. So we are going to come back onto our heels. I'm just gonna. Well, this isn't what I was gonna get you to come back onto your heels so I could. Look, I'll continue on. Yeah, I'll do what I was supposed to do. I'll do what I had planned to do. So This isn't quite the start of the asana class. This is still the end of the exercises, the warm-ups. So, we've all been cooped up for about 8 days now, so some people may feel some anger, frustration beginning to build, so this is a great release for that. This is chopping the wood, or Kashtha. So I'll demonstrate it first, and then I'll tell you all the do's and don'ts. So just watch, relax yourself there. So we're going to have the feet parallel, about hip distance apart, so hip points straight down. So if I see these, not the outer hip, not out like this, but you see these 2 hip points. If I draw a straight line down through my knees, it'll come somewhere between the second and big toe. So, setting ourselves up with our axe in our hand, feet parallel. We're going to close down our eyes. We're going to take our awareness, visualize something that is frustrating, making us angry, whatever it may be, something that we just have to get out of the body. So we're going to inhale the axe up into the air, and then we're going to exhale with a so you see that in slow motion, exhaling, bending the knees back straight, elbows coming down to so contraindications. 95% of people who do yoga are women, ladies. So, as we say in my Tremor class, shout out to the Tremor class, if Uncle Tom is calling around, forget about all the knee bending business. If Aunt Flo is calling by whatever name your aunt or uncle by. So what we do instead is we're going to keep the knees dead straight in the case that it is that time of the month, that time of the lunar cycle. So we'll take a deep inhalation, exhaling down with a so same exercise, just without the knee bending and without the axe in the hand, just like a so altogether we're going to do 20 of those, so whether it's knee straight or axe. So we're going to take the legs hip distance apart, parallel, take our axe in our hand, closing our eyes, focusing on a source of anger, frustration, whatever it might be. We'll take the axe up into the air, and then we're going to exhale with a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. We're all going to lie out on the mat, palms facing up. So you might feel the heart rate is up, and that's because, as well as all the other amazing things that this exercise does, is it's a cardiovascular exercise. So we're just going to slow the breath right down. Breathing right down into the bottom of the lungs, right down into the abdomen. slowing down the breath, which then in turn slows down the heart rate, which will then slow down the mind. Taking control of the breath. Going to take our last couple of breaths here as our heart returns back to its normal resting heart rate. And then with our next deep inhalation, rolling over to the right hand side, we're going to press ourselves up with the left hand and come up to a comfortable seat. And I've decided I will actually cut this video short here because everybody else that I'm in the house with definitely wants to get out of bed now. So I will come back and do a separate video for the yoga asana. Thank you very much. Hari Om to everybody. So basically what this is thus far is a traditional hatha yoga warm-up and strengthening exercise before the deep stretching in the class, because if we do these warm-ups we have 70% less chance of creating any injuries or strains in the muscles. So it's a good thing to do, you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do that warm-up, I just want to go straight into the deep